Welcome back, everybody. We have an update to you on the ATF's battle against pistol braces. Basic overview and history for folks who don't know, because I'm sure there are some of you. There's a difference legally, at least there has been, between a brace and a stock. Braces have been allowed by the ATF for probably a decade now, and estimates have shown that there are between 20 to 40 million braced pistols. I think that estimate was like a year and a half ago, so there surely are a lot more than that now. Many of you probably have them. Definitely people you know have them. Members of Congress have them. Celebrities have them. They're very popular for a lot of reasons. Number one being that they allow folks, of course, who have disabilities to fire more accurately, which is what everybody wants, right? You don't want people just sending rounds where they can't hit things because that's unsafe and dangerous. So it definitely helps with safety in many regards. Now, earlier in the year, if you guys have followed the channel, you already know this. The ATF has said that they're going to change the brace rule. Now, a quick aside on that, the EPA case from the Supreme Court recently said that executive agencies like the ATF, for example, just like the EPA, cannot make law. This has always been the case. Congress has been the one who has to make law, and that they do not have any broad ability to do things like this, which would, again, put, if implemented as what you'll hear here in a second, would make overnight 20 to 40 million people at least, probably a lot more, American citizens, law-abiding citizens who pass background checks and all that crap, would make them felons overnight if they don't comply. So how do I know this? Well, they published a document which is trying to change the ATF Form 1. The ATF Form 1 is the form that's used when you either create a firearm or change the classification of a firearm to something under the NFA. In this case, it would be a short barrel rifle. They're trying to change it. They have some language in there. And then part of it that was published gives away their plan. And I suspect they probably didn't plan for this to be public, but guess what? It is. So it says, and I'm quoting, "Due to the upcoming Amnesty registration of pistol brace weapons, photos of the weapon being registered will be required to prove the weapon does utilize a pistol brace in its configuration and will qualify for an Amnesty registration." So previously, the ATF and, well, other federal agencies, I guess, were involved back then, have had an amnesty period for machine guns. So basically, after World War II in particular, a lot of GIs came home with machine guns and definitely weren't registered. And they said, okay, we're going to pretend like it wasn't illegal for you to have it as long as you register it now. That's essentially what they're trying to do. By using the term amnesty, I'm assuming they are going to waive the $200 fee, but it still requires everything else. If you see the form, you'll still have to, as I said, take a picture of the firearm, which is crazy. Additionally, you'll have to submit fingerprints, background check, all of those sorts of things. Photos of yourself as well are required for a Form 1. And then if it's approved by the ATF, then all of the other NFA nonsense goes along with it. So like if you want to cross state lines with the item, a form has to be filled out. It takes about 30 days to get that form back. I know because I've done it many times. So if you do it without getting that form, then it is a felony to cross state lines with an item that, as of today, when I'm filming this video, is 100% legal to do so. And again, inventing criminals out of thin air who are otherwise law-abiding citizens. So it would be registered as, like I said, SPR. Now, one thing that has changed and is interesting as to probably why they're doing it, again, I'm just speculating here, but originally when they said they were going to announce their change to the brace rule, they said that that would be published in August. Well, obviously that hasn't happened, and they've moved that date to December. And if you guys have been following along here on the channel, you guys know that we've talked about it before. The EForms system has had some problems over the years, particularly this year. Now, if they are going to require everyone to file a Form 1 to legally own the item that they already own, then EForms, which for folks who don't know is an online website where you can do this registration online and submit photos and all of those sorts of things, would be dramatically increased. The use of it, rather, would be dramatically increased. So my guess is they pushed it back to December, so that way, hopefully, EForms will actually work at least some of the time, and folks will be able to actually register the item during the amnesty period, whatever it is that they deem it is. It's important. Why? Because in December, it will be post-midterm elections. So why does that matter? Well, it means for two things. Number one, they're going to actually post whatever their actual rule is, their rule, in the middle of November, very likely after the elections. But before that, there is a chance that Republicans will take at least one of the houses. And if that happens, then they will have time, of course, obviously, in December, the new folks won't be in yet, but regardless, they will have more power than they currently have, at least political power, to affect things going on. So it gives you the ability, as of right now, start contacting your reps, letting them know what's going on, because I assure you, the vast majority of congressional delegates do not know this is happening, have no idea, and unless we all get active, even folks who don't have brace pistols, unless we all get active, nothing will happen on it. Regardless, the ATF will go through with their tyranny. Folks will start getting arrested, rather, for having these types of items. So that is the action item for this video, is to contact your representatives, contact gun rights organizations, support them. There will be a link to contact your reps in the video description. Additionally, folks like Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition, NAGR, your state advocate groups, get in touch with them, support them financially, because it's going to cost them money to defend this type of nonsense. Obviously, the Department of Justice has been weaponized. We all know that at this point. And they're going door to door, seizing items they have deemed to be illegal already. They're sending men armed with guns from the government to seize your lawfully acquired property. If this goes through, think of the scale of what that will be. Again, over 20 to 40 million. Probably well over that of these items are in circulation. They're going to be sending armed agents to seize your property if this goes through, or arrest you for that matter if this goes through. So that is the update, guys. If you have any questions, you can post them down below in the comments. Additionally, you can follow me on my various social media that you see here on your screen. If you guys are subscribed, thank you. If you're not subscribed, this is the first time you're seeing what we do here on the channel. We do this a lot, unfortunately, because the ATF is tyrannical. So definitely hit the subscribe button if you've done both of those and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel. Sign up for the email at the website here on your screen, and that goes out once a month, and it has all of the videos since the previous month's email, so that way there's no algorithm censoring your eyes from my content. Additionally, if you guys like sales on guns, gear, optics, the things that we actually review here on the channel, sign up for my email at the website here on your screen. The daily deals email here goes out daily, as the name indicates, and it's got 6 or 7 of the best deals around the internet. If it's in that email, it's the cheapest that I know of anywhere on the internet that day. So that way, hopefully it saves you guys some time, because I've already done the looking and comparison for you, and saves you some money as well. With that, that's all I have for you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for contacting your reps. We can fight. We can win this if we do our part. See you in the next video.